St. Albert's Caitlin Hendricks leads the way tonight in a sweep over Lenox. Caitlin, a dominant showing for you and your team. Just what are the thoughts and takeaways from tonight?
Definitely we played a lot more energy than we've played in the past, and that just really brings everything together. Our setters and DSs were talking to our hitters, which also helped us, and then block was just on to tonight too.
Do you think that block is kind of what impacted? Lenox had a pretty high amount of errors tonight. Do you think that's kind of the main key for that? How would you kind of explain that?
Yes and no. I feel like our energy also kind of overpowered their energy, and us just being at the net and being pretty dominant at the net helped us, and then obviously their errors will give us 3 points, so it helped.
Coach Lance talked about how you guys kind of treated this as like a business trip, and that was evident in set one. Speak to the focus you guys had tonight.
We just try to stay focused because obviously our goal, and like many other teams, is to get that banner to go to state, and so our focus is just to stay on the right track and continue going. We're one game away, and hopefully we can get that banner.
I think in the first set it was maybe more Georgia. In the second set, you kind of started to pick things up, and then kind of in the third, I thought maybe it was kind of like a real balanced effort. How do you think that having different people, yourself included, being able to step up at different times is important?
Every hitter's going to have an off night, and every hitter's going to have a good night, so it really all depends. And that's something our conference also helps us prepare for, too, is that we can switch it up. Unlike some of these 1A schools that will only have like one dominant hitter, we can always change it up if something's not working.
It was a good night for you offensively.
Thank you.
What were you seeing? What were you doing that was creating that success?
I was just listening to my setter and my libero. They were telling me where to go and where to hit to, and obviously I couldn't have so many kills without amazing sets and digs from everyone.
9-0 in sets in the postseason. What is it that is making this team click at the right time?
Probably all the hard work we've put in throughout the season. We've had our ups and downs, but we're all starting to put everything together like now, and I'm glad it's finally showing. And definitely our energy too. I know I've spoken a lot of energy, but our energy is really needs to be high, and we'll play very good together.
How do you think the crowd kind of contributed to that tonight? It seemed like they were pretty electric from the beginning.
Yes, we've had a quiet crowds the past 2 games, so this really loud crowd was a change of pace and definitely brought more energy onto our side.
You mentioned one game away from a banner. What's it going to take, whoever the opponent is?
Definitely playing like how we played tonight, and even against Bedford, we clicked everything together. And again, energy, that's kind of my theme tonight, is energy. We play so well together when we have so much energy from the crowd, from the bench, from the people on the court, and just all the good things that happened tonight. Hopefully we can all carry it on over to our game on Wednesday.
All right, Coach. This is a good Lenox team that you guys made kind of quick work tonight. Just kind of what are the thoughts and takeaways from tonight's win?
We came in pretty even-keeled, very down-to-business mindset tonight. I thought our serving and our passing game was pretty spot on for what we needed to do tonight, and girls just took it from there.
In the second set, they kind of fought back, and you were able to kind of set a tone against the third set. How are you able to hold them off in that second set and then get back on the third?
Girls just kept their composure, didn't let an error kind of bring them all down. They just regrouped and then went after the next ball.
Offensively, I don't know that anybody stood out in kills, but it seemed like everybody stepped up. Speak to the balance offensively.
That's what we've been relying on all year, is spreading the ball around. We don't have, per se, one dominant hitter that takes over a match. We tend to move that ball around a lot and rely on a lot of different kids to get done what we need to get done.
And you mentioned errors on the flip side. You were able to force a good amount for Lenox. What do you think was kind of the key, maybe defensively or just in general on your side of forcing the errors?
I think just placement of the ball, being aggressive with what we were doing, seeing the court, our kids communicating and telling each other what was open and where they could place that ball, I think was huge.
They've got a really powerful hitter in Sadie Cox, and you guys kind of kept her at bay. What were you doing defensively that gave her problems?
I don't know if it was so much defensively. I feel like our serve, we had a pretty good idea who we could serve and try to get them out of system. And if you're out of system, you're not going to be able to set up your top hitter. Again, kudos to the girls for doing a great job with their serving.
First time back to a regional final since 2020, since you made it to state. What is it that you think is is special about this team? I know that we talked a little bit about, the senior heavy team, but what would you say kind of stands out?
Well, these seniors here, they were freshmen on that 2020 team, and 2 of them actually played quite a bit as freshmen on that 2020 team that made it. And we had talked at the beginning of the season that, if they do it right, this could be a pretty special year for all of them, for all the girls' sports up here at St. Albert. So we got one more to go.
9-0 in sets in the postseason. Do you feel like you're playing some of your best volleyball right now?
I think we're playing pretty well. I can't complain right now.
Looking ahead, don't know who it's going to be yet, but regardless, what's kind of the approach? What do you guys have to do to have success Wednesday?
You just got to maintain what we have been doing, serving well, serve receiving well, playing scrappy defense, moving the ball around, just make it a total team effort.